Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Eric Sky Riddley's video blog, your offline video for tonight before I go game. So I'm going to try to make this 30 minutes or less. Chloe made me some chicken nuggets. Oh man, they were so tasty. I never knew barbecue sauce would make it taste better than ranch dressing. Trust me, the barbecue sauce was I'm going to be trying it with Chipotle barbecue sauce soon. So this girl's got much to talk about and very little time to do it. So shall we go? Alright, so, a lot of people out there on Chloe sitting there worried about, the politics, when you don't need to worry about politics right now. Remember what I said in yesterday's video? Chloe would learn a lot from yesterday's video, which is don't worry, keep prepping. Yeah, so, what does that mean exactly for you, the preppers? Well, let me tell you. First of all, I went through some intel and some everything else. There's people out there literally living off of the preppers. That's what it is. Chloe literally turned around. What was it? You know what? Just to make this video more interesting tonight, I'm going to ask a question to Chloe. Chloe's going to answer it. So, me and Chloe, we're not going to give names, but we were watching a prepper over dinner. And Chloe, I love Chloe's answer. What is this crap we're watching? And I said, well, I'm just seeing what other preppers got to say, right? As Chloe's bringing me my nugs. My nugs. Sounds like my cousin Dinky's chicken that Moppy tried to eat old Nug. But nugs tasted like nugs. Yeah. Alright. Basically, for you preppers out there, there's a couple things I want to share with you. Alright. Chloe's sitting there. Chloe walks past me. She says, what the hell? This guy got $100 donation. Your channel gets no donations. That's what Chloe's complaining about. And yet, you're giving free information. You know, the first thing is, this guy is milking everyone. If you have $100 to spare, put it towards food. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yes, give it to me. No, put it towards your food and water. Chloe said, what a waste. Then the guy gave another 100, then another 50, and then we won't go into details. But I was watching the super chat while dinner. And then finally Chloe said to me, she said, with a heavy heart, what a waste of money. So, let's, for tonight's prepping episode and discussion, keep prepping like your life depends on. Chloe, what do you make of this guy? And we're not going to give names or details, but what do you think of his content for the $250 he got tonight?
I think he's a camera whore.
A camera whore. Please explain to the audience what a camera whore is.
Okay, so it's kind of like an actual whore, right?
Right.
In ways. An actual whore dances in a bar, in a strip club, pole dancing, and even sleeps with men for money, right?
Yeah. I'm following you. So that's it? So basically it's a pole dancer.
Just taking her. I've done whoring myself in the past, okay? So I was a whore in the past, so it's like this. A woman dances on stage. Someone like me danced on stage, right? They let the men like what they see. So I get money put in my bra or panties, right? They put money in there to see me do certain things. Well, it's kind of like these prepper people. People give them money to tell them certain things or to talk about certain things they want them to talk about, and they talk about it. Whoring is like also camera whore is also on Pornhub where people give money and certain and the girls would actually do something that really turn them on. Well, on YouTube with the preppers, it works like this: you give someone one of those YouTubers, right, that do these prep videos, and you give them enough money, they'll start talking about stuff you want them to cover, which is about stuff that you want to hear from them. And a topic you may want them to talk about, they'll talk about it for that much money, and they do it because they see that you give them that much money. Then they can live off of their YouTube channel, not have to actually work.
Exactly, and this is where I did yesterday's live view, or today's live video. Chloe heard me say it time and time again, that I give you the information freely. Freely. You don't have to give. The thing is there's too many people out there, as Chloe said, that are freeloading mooches. Freeloaders. They think if they can get a channel, there's their business, but they still got to pay the taxes and they got to pay everything else, right? I, on the other hand, give you the information freely. Not asking for anything. But it's starting to irritate me that the platform that people want is the white male with beards or the white females with huge boobs. That's it. They don't want someone like me unless I pass well and pretty.
Female with huge boobs looks hot and sexy, so men can jack off to. And then the same men, when it comes to male, they want a white man with a beard who looks all big and tough, someone they wish they could be like.
Then, since I don't pass well and I'm under the weirdo umbrella, the only ones that people follow me, you know, I was telling this to Zoe the other day, okay, not Chloe, Zoe. And Chloe's never heard this, so I'm going to tell Chloe tonight, okay, for her opinion. Apparently, some of the YouTubers, the big preppers, the big boys, message me from time to time. And they say, your channel sucks, you're never going to get anywhere. I'm here to tell you guys to prep. Prep like your life depends on it. I don't need to have some jackass tell me I'm wrong or right? But I told Zoe once. The big boys, the big preppers, the ones making the living, says I'm not going to amount to a hill of beans. Yet, I only get the drapers, the drifters, and the losers, is what they say. My moderators, like Higgins, Zoe, Pee-wee, Dan, Chloe, Chris, we're not losers. But you think, you know, and then they say I use you guys as companionship for my live video chats. No, actually, sometimes live videos drain me. But, thing is, you gotta keep prepping. I mean, look. One of the things we talked about and I checked on is other countries are prepping. Like I said, I know Europe's prepping. They're worried about nuclear war. But, a lot of people are putting fear into people. Let me put it this way. I got something for you to chew on tonight before I game, okay? Chloe probably doesn't even realize this is coming down the pipe, but I want to share it with you all. And because I'm angling somewhat to the camera, I've got one eye over here to see if Chloe goes. Meaning, oh my God, Rita's right. How do we know this whole prepping thing, hypothetically, isn't causing the grocery stocks to go up? How do we know? We go to the grocery store and someone's buying 100 cans of Spam and then Spam goes up because there's not enough Spam for you all. Or, how about this? Just hypothetically, just to think. How do we not know that the people don't want to part with their hard-earned money, their food stamps and their cash and everything else? So, the government came up with a new idea. World governments. Oh, let's just say that there's going to be a banking crash. Meanwhile, people are prepping for it. Buying groceries, stockpiling. And then what if they say, oh, that's not going to work? Why don't we say there's going to be a civil war in the country? Oh, everyone needs to prep for a civil war now. More food. Meanwhile, the companies are going, oh, this rumor is great. How about this one? Russia's going to use nuclear war on Putin. They just leak it out everywhere. You know, Putin wants to use nuclear against Ukraine. All of a sudden, Chloe goes to the store and it's sold out. Then what? Think about it. Now, I love all of you. You know this. But think about excuse me, too, by the way. That wasn't supposed to be, but it was the barbecue sauce. Think of it this way. The American people need to think. Could it be possible? Possibly. Is it possible? Maybe. But let me put it to you this way. There's people out there that are preppers. Right? I'm going to give you a discussion I had with Dad last night. It was the most important prepping talk we had in a while. Right? Now, Dad's one of those, and he ain't going to prep because, frankly, he thinks, quote unquote, Chloe's sitting there looking at me, funny, that it's a waste of time and money. By the way, last night, Chloe, just to let you know, I did what Dad said. I listened to both of the podcasts of Ultra.
And?
Oh, you would love it. It's basically like a little history lesson by Rachel Maddow. Now, you guys get to say, oh my God, you trust? No, Dad reads it and listens to it and watches it. I just was listening because I thought it'd be entertaining. You see? Unlike you, the preppers are like, oh, Rita doesn't know shit. Rita's man. Rita's man. I know more. The thing is, my moderators that are with me in live chat, we don't take shit from nobody, alright? And I surely am not an ass kisser and a bootlicker. When I speak my fucking mind. And this is, I know more shit than all you fuckers that are literally on YouTube sitting there throwing money around foolishly to someone. Now, I need to send a couple links to Zoe tonight on a project I'm working on, but Zoe, if you're watching this, so you guys sit there and you're all panicked about World War III. Well, let me put it this way. Dad had 4 thoughts on prepping, all right? I'm going to share them with you. Just food for thought. Now, I'm going to keep prepping. Chloe doesn't have to. Chloe can go freaking die as far as I'm concerned. She's not going to prep.
Okay, I am already.
You see? Well, she is prepping, by the way. Hey, did you, yeah, you did place your order, right? For your food, your water, and your medicine?
Yeah.
See, we're on the same page when we game. We talk. As long as she doesn't talk about politics. Now, if I can get her to follow through with the scanner that she's promised, the thing was, scanner, you guys took the poll. Now, she's got to order it. However, let's just talk about something cool. All right. So, mouth?
Yeah, it was just...
All right, so...
Go ahead.
Anyways, back to my discussion here, okay? I don't take crap from no one, all right? So when someone says, oh, you don't know anything, really, my followers follow me because they know I don't take crap from no one. And when I as my moderating team said, I don't sugarcoat it. I've looked over the news today. The reason this video is short is because we don't have much to talk about. People are all talking World War, really. Today I went through the news feed. My news feed on my tablets. Right here. See? News feed on tablets. Didn't say anything about nuclear war. Yes, it's got a pin on the bottom. Didn't say anything about nuclear war.
Nuclear war.
Yeah, didn't say anything about nuclear war. Why? Because unless someone drops one first, you don't need to worry about it. So, food shortages, oh, we're going to see the stock market go down from 30,000 points to 15,000 points. That's 50%. I don't think it's going to get lower than 15,000. Oh, banks are going to close and everything? Look, you could sit there and feed many preppers who takes your super chats, takes the money and says this is the best $100, $200, $300, $500. There's a guy I know, we nicknamed him a Jew, okay? And my father stopped doing it because he was making more super chats in a day. That's what Dad calls him, a Jew. Don't quote me. But Dad said, and 1 of 4, right? 1 of 4. Now, I don't mind Jewish people. They're cool. He claims that Jewish people rips everyone else. That's why he calls it the Jews rip people up. I don't care. His word, not mine. Now, number 1. If you're sleeping in your bed, say in Chicago, Zoe, for example, my family in Texas, my family in Pee Wee and Dan, for example, my extended family, my family in Kentucky, family in or Ohio, right, Dad, whatever. Let's just say Pee Wee and Dan, my family in Texas, Poppy and Colleen's Chloe's mom, right? Chloe's dad, Thai man in a dress, right? Chloe's gonna be smiling in a minute because Thai man in a dress. All these people around the country, Chicago, Zoe, for example, right? And the next morning I get up, right? Or Chloe gets up ahead of me and she runs to me and she, Rita, wake up. This is like a scenario thing, right? Oh, what, you making coffee? No, we have to stay here. Well, of course we got to stay here. Why? No. Chicago, Texas, and California and Ohio wiped out by nukes, for example, right? That's when you realize while you're sleeping, right? Dad says, wouldn't it be cool if a nuke bomb just dropped right outside your house and you were vaporized? While sleeping, you're already dead. You don't feel anything. If you do, you feel it for 1 second and you're in heaven. Yeah, and then what do you say to the Creator? Hey, God, what's happening, man? Why did I die? Russia doesn't like you, so they destroyed you. But don't worry, your daughter-in-law is still alive, see? Oh, well, okay, Chloe. Oh, Chloe, it says here your mom was vaporized too, hypothetically.
Like, yay! Just kidding.
And they also hit Arizona. You know, your roommate's been vaporized, your grandma's been vaporized, your granddad's city north of it was vaporized. Oh, not to mention your dad was vaporized. I mean, think of it this way. Then you really need to worry. But now then, you don't worry. The thing is I have this set too. This set, other devices in the house set for emergency alerts. I have the scanner set on emergency alert frequencies, which will turn on as soon as something big happens. So it'll basically tap in and wake me up. It'll be like beep, 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 you know, like a worry thing. So it's like well, what is that called? Like Dorothy and Twister, you know, where they, emergency warning system. So technically, hey, Ma, what's up? I'm hungry. Yeah. Did you get water? What's this? Your debit card fell on the floor, I think. The food card. Food card. You know, we're just already did. Your water's fine for right now. So, bottom line is Chloe's right. They're camera whores. They know how to milk you for what you're worth. Now, me and Chloe's going to have to discuss after I get done with this video what the title's going to be. I have no clue. You got any idea? Camera whores? So, what does that tell you? Do not worry about Civil War. Put it out of your mind. Do not worry about nuclear war. Put it out of your mind until it happens. Same with Civil War. Banking collapse. Keep prepping. That's all you can do. Don't worry about it. Why do you think these videos are going to get shorter and shorter and shorter? And shorter in between points? You think I want to sit there and say, yeah, everyone, today, give me money. And on top of that, you know, the stock market went down again. That's not news. When the stock market hits 80 to 90% and less than 5,000 percentage points and the banking system collapses or complete collapses, then that is real world news. Until then, why should I post news? Let's just go over the feed here. The news feed here. Right? Let's see here. GoldenEye Switch is coming to Nintendo Switch. Wow. Yet they won't give me my Harvest Moon. Go figure. Oh, yes. Look at this. Harry and Meghan news. Right. That's not real news.
Harry and Meghan.
Meghan, yeah. No, that ain't real news.
I could care less about Harry and Meghan.
Let's see. Restaurant chains, Good Omens, TV show. I'm just saying. Imperial officer ranks explained. All badges and colors and meaning in Star Wars. You know. News right here on sports. One person's fending off sharks. Yeah. How to make royal pancakes. See, this is the news, you know. So, Saudi Arabia is trying to con people for $1 million jogs. Enola Holmes 2. A new Mario movie. Best open world Assassin's Creed game. That seems interesting. Yeah, you see, this is the news that I don't want to talk about because, frankly, there's nothing to it. The open world thing is cool. Let's see, Assassin's Rogue, Revelations, Creed 3, Brotherhood's 9. You see, they got 12 of them. Syndicate's 8, Black Flag 7. Yeah, and then it basically cuts out for ads. Yeah, and then the fucking Peckerwoods won't give it. And then you guys wonder why it's not doing this right. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because the freaking ads need to freaking go down. Thing is, when they freaking freeze up half of your... They stop, see? And this is why you gotta basically... You know what? Unity is 4, fine. You know what? I ain't gonna bother with this right now. I'll just look it up later. Anyways, I'm just trying to show you this, right? Breweries, distillers, etc., why I own a Steam Deck, etc. This is the news that I'm not getting. I mean, I got it set to Railroad News. See, I'm using the pen. Railroad News. There's something about Raku Express. Yeah, Raku Express is good. Railroad News, right? But there's some dipshit messaging me, calling me, hello, baby. Not replying to him. I don't reply to a guy who's a horny little bastard who, that's the thing. But, thing is, I don't ask for money. I don't ask for money because my content, everyone says, sucks. But, well, why don't we just address this real quick? Alright, this is real news here. This just came over the wire. My news thing's short. So, President Vladimir Putin was insulted by President Biden today, saying he is a rational actor. Miscalculations, turning point in the war. He also said there would be consequences for Saudi Arabia after it partnered with Moscow to announce a cut in oil production. Well, maybe we need the oil production. I mean, think. You're going to ask Chloe the question right here on this channel. Chloe, do you really give a damn about people's gas prices?
I don't.
Because we don't drive, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Saves us a lot more money.
I don't give a shit about these people bitching about the gas prices, because the thing is, gas prices have been going down, but it's because a lot of these people they want it Russian gas. They don't like Middle Eastern gas. They want their gas, for some reason they want their gas to be from Russia. That's why. They only want Russian gas.
Says right here, I don't think, someone asked him, after he said something about Armageddon, this is, as some people call him, the potato in chief, okay? I think we should show Biden some respect, so. Anyways. He doesn't believe Putin would take the step. Well, he didn't believe the people that are bitching about their gas prices would see Russia and Saudi Arabia working together, so how do we know? That's why I say keep prepping. If it happens, we'll know. Says a prospect U.S. officials watch concerned Russian troops after embarrassing losses in the battlefield. Yeah, I think it's irresponsible for him to talk about it. The idea that a world leader, one of the largest nuclear powers in the world, would use a tactical or nuclear weapon. Putin threats have destabilizing effect and warned the potential errors in judgment it could ensure. Point I was making, Biden says, is could be a horrible outcome. That's why I keep telling you guys the prep. You see, this is real news. So, in case a tactical nuclear weapon is done, there is a red line. We, the citizens, are not entitled to the retaliation with NATO and the rest of the world to retaliate against Russia because we don't need to know how bad the carnage is going to be. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the process when the House and the Senate gets back, they're going to have to be some consequence of what they've done with Russia. Really? Really? What's the consequences? What, we're going to sanction them now? Come on.
Republicans trying to say that they're taking out, they don't want to take back Congress. They want to unsanction Russia.
No, this is Biden saying right here that he wants to sanction Saudi Arabia and Russia. There's going to be serious consequences. You see? Remember what I said a few days ago. This is a war about oil. Oil war, mostly. Then they're talking about Khashoggi, you know. Biden says, again, I don't think we're going to have a recession. Your best course of action for this news is to prepare for a recession. And it talks about Biden basically is throwing his son under the bus, saying if he gets criminal charges, he gets criminal charges.
Or Republicans are eating that topic up like crazy.
So another other news you got to look at is Tulsi Gabbard. Chloe likes Tulsi Gabbard apparently, is leaving the Democratic Party. She says she's going to independent Democratic Party. More likely they bribed her with her female plumbing and her boobs to go Republican, but we'll see how that plays out.
They said she's going Republican. She's moving towards Republican.
Well, they also say that if she leaves the Democratic Party now, there's no way she's going to get reelected.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen.
Which will mean that House elections mean that.
And so you guys know, for the news, there is nothing more.
Republicans have been trying to get more Democratic Congress people to leave so that Republicans could automatically assume control over everything.
I'm not going to go into politics here, everyone, but let me just tell you my opinion. My opinion is this. All right? Final word. Less than 30 minutes, I said. You guys got to keep prepping. You got to prep just in case Civil War. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on nuclear war. Don't dwell on politics. Don't dwell on polls. Go out and vote. Vote with your heart and soul. After the election, we'll all meet up. I'm doing a live after the election, and we're going to figure out what's next on the plan. You know, it doesn't matter if there is civil war, but at least under the plan, the same plan will keep on going as prepping. We'll know after the election which way the country's going is what I mean. I'm not saying we're going to do anything illegal. I'm just saying for you preppers out there, we need to keep prepping. That's the main thing. We don't prep, don't worry about it. But think about it. I don't drive, so I don't worry about gas right now. But there's people like Higgins. Oh, I gotta buy gas and I gotta buy insurance and You see, when you're on disability, they try to crush you. They try to make you basically get a power chair and drive around. Whatever they do, that's what they do. Government doesn't want you to have luxuries. They basically make it so you live basically by them making you survive barely.
Out who don't even drive a car. Yeah, you did that tar impression, but
I didn't do any tar impression.
There are people out there who don't even drive a car, who don't even own a car, and don't need gas, who are complaining about gas prices and saying, well, I'm hurting at the pumps. Like, dude, you don't even own a car.
Look, I know people that don't own cars, okay? But they're bitching about when they have to go drive a ride with their family and they got to put gas in the tank. I mean, literally, that's... Look, I don't drive, and on top of this, the only thing Chloe and I got to worry about is fuel pricing if they keep increasing the ferry fees to cover the fuel. Those ferries run, 18 hours a day.
Yeah,
back and forth.
If I was riding with someone in their vehicle and they had to pay that much for gas, I wouldn't be bitching about it because it's not my problem because I'm not the one driving.
Well, let me put it this way. If I was ever getting a ride somewhere, I always pay gas. But Nowadays, because we got to get this video under 35 minutes now, my point is this. You got to keep prepping. You don't need to worry. Now, if you have a free ride, donate some gas money. Hell, I'd even add $20 additional to the gas money, put it towards their maintenance bill. What if they need an oil change or, new tires? At least you're putting something towards it, because that's how I am. But, point is, look what's going on in the world. People are belly aching about price. And you know why the fuel pricing should hurt people like us? I'll tell you. Higgins will say it himself. Well, it's because you gotta get your food delivered by Amazon. Well, Amazon offers free shipping, so if they keep raising the free shipping rate, $50, $75, $100, keep filling the orders. But then Higgins will say, well, it's the semi-trucks and the trains delivering the groceries to you that's costing you money, because even if you basically get free shipping, the maker's got to load it on the train or truck, and the truck or train brings it to another depot, and then they deliver it to the warehouse. The warehouse distributes it to another warehouse, eventually gets to the right markets. And then people say, oh, well, this can of Spam, $6 because of it. It's only $1.49 here. Think of it, $1.49 because it's got to travel less traveled. But if it's coming from a state that has to bring it into this state, then you're paying more in frickin' fuel pricing for that can of Spam. So technically you're still paying anyway. Look at it, even if you're not driving a car. And you're not driving, and people say, oh, well, you're paying for...
Growl, okay? You're talking about people paying more for gas.
Because of food prices. But at the same time, people complain that their grocery bill is high. And yet, the problem is that even if the grocery prices are high, you see, the American people need to realize that even if the trains are running, your food price is going to be high just to transport to a point, just to get it to where it is, because you still got to pay the truck driver, the fuel for the truck, the insurance for the truck. Now with the train, you got to pay the train company pays the insurance insures the train delivers the food gets unloaded onto a truck, loaded on a truck to the train depot takes it to another depot, unloaded, sent to warehouses, and gets to us eventually. So every time it gets closer and closer to us and they got to transfer, it costs us more money. So there you have it. So technically it does affect us in bottled water, food prices, etc. So, what's that tell you? Tells me, think about it. I gotta go, peeps. Time for YouTube. But I hope this video finds you well. And just remember, keep prepping. And just remember, the news articles I am looking for is banking collapse, food shortages, nuclear war. Yeah. Am I missing some clue, Chloe? Civil War. There you have it. The topic's going to be with everyone question mark. Civil War, nuclear war, banking collapse, food shortages. That will be tonight's topic. So, please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button. It's also fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, your bunny service, dog service bunnies. The bell notification. Hit new content. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. If you need to contact me, you can contact me at San Juan Island Prepper at AOL.com or San Juan Island Prepper at Yahoo.com. Just remember to keep prepping like your life depends on it, and do not, under no circumstances, dwell on any of the natural disasters or man-made disasters or any problems until the problem arises. Very Sky, out.